Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to the AGS TV channel. Hope you're all doing well. It is Aston Villa versus Nottingham Forest. 2 of the 5 teams in England who have won the European Cup are playing at Villa Park today. Both of these sides who were, well, they're both Midlands based as well. The only 2 Midlands teams, obviously, to have won the European Cup as well. And also, very interestingly, the only fixture in world football where 2 European Cup winners have met outside a top flight of any league. So yeah, very interesting facts about Villa and Nottingham Forest. How you doing, CJ? Also, Wisp, who's a Derby fan, came in very early to stay up the Villa, and only the second and last time he'll say that this season. Dave also said, really looking forward to today's game, and Villa are playing like it's 1981 all over again, which is very interesting. How you doing, Mark? Welcome back. He says, hi, AJ. I'm back for another one. And you're also here early. How you doing, BCP? Says, hi, mate. Villa on some good... We are on some incredible form at the moment. We'll get all into that within the next 10 minutes before the game starts. Mark says, and like always, not saying anything because every time I think he says, he does that we don't win, I think. Game Changer says, AJ, what website are you using for the game? Villa game. Very early question. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to try Total Sportex. That actually did work for most of the game against Leicester City, so I'll probably try that again. We're going to get into the lineups for anything. Yeah, we got some big games today. As you can see on the screen below, Brentford versus Newcastle's massive. 2 teams just above and below Aston Villa. Wolves versus Chelsea. Chelsea in 11th, you can see their horrible form. New manager in Frank Lampard, we'll see how they do. Fulham versus West Ham is massive at both ends of the table. With Fulham in 10th place, only 5 points behind Villa with that game in hand. And West Ham obviously struggling down the bottom. You do feel a West Ham defeat would, well, surely that would be the sacking of David Moyes. But I've said that a million times this season. And yeah, they just keep defying what is apparently right for a football team. A very interesting question from BCP. Look, this is going to sound ridiculous. Historically, Liverpool against Arsenal have been very dominant, right? You got something called football heritage, right? Jose Mourinho spoke about it. You saw it with Liverpool's Man United. No one expected Liverpool to beat Man United 7-0. They're good at home against teams like that. And I've got a sneaky feeling they're going to beat Arsenal. Now, I could be completely wrong. Liverpool have been dire this season. I know that. Jurgen Klopp might even leave. But at home to Arsenal, they are usually very good. So I can see that being a very shocking result tomorrow, but we will see. It auto-corrected for some reason. Traore is on the bench. We'll go into the lineup in a second. Hi, AJ. Said Aston Villa shorts. Mark said, love to see Traore more than Ramsey. I think Ramsey carries the ball really well. I think we missed that when he's not there. I get what you're saying. I think Traore's finishing is actually pretty good, as we saw. But I do like Ramsey a little bit more for these home games. Hey, dude, Ashley says, hello again, ready for another win. I mean, I love that confidence. And your record on this channel is very good. Whenever you're here, we seem to win. Pin on Bailey being a starting 11. Look, in Unai we trust, but I have no idea why he's there. I have absolutely no idea why he's there. But, you know, I'm not Emery. I'm not a world-class international manager. Maybe he sees something I don't. So I'm just going to trust in him, but I don't think he should be anywhere near the starting lineup, personally. OG at the Villa says, I was saying Liverpool they do tend to beat the good teams. And I know it's like the in thing to say Arsenal are going to win the league and beat everyone. But this season still has a lot of games to go, and there's going to be twists and turns. I think one of them will beat Liverpool at Anfield, where they're really good, usually, against the top teams. I think they're going to be in for a big upset. How is Lamps back at Chelsea? I got to say, that's another topic to have altogether. I could make a literal video on that. Lampard failed at Chelsea. With no money, he got top 4, which was really impressive. Then he was given lots of money and failed. His signings were awful. Timo Werner works hard, but as a 50, 60 million pound player, nowhere near the striker you want. They're cursed. Every striker they give the number 9 shirt. It's been a disaster. Lukaku scored goals, but then did that horrible interview saying he wanted to go back to Inter Milan. Fernando Torres, like 10 years ago, came from Liverpool as an unbelievable player, struggled. Shevchenko, Drogba was the only striker Chelsea have had, like, in the last 10, 15 years who's been phenomenal. And even his goal scoring record isn't what you would think it would be, but he was still top class. They've just ruined a lot of strikers. Pato went to Chelsea, didn't do that well. And I think it's kind of happened again with Aubameyang. I mean, Aubameyang has 1 league goal? Shocking. Liverpool are going to beat Arsenal, I will say. I just think, I don't want to be like everyone else and say, yeah, it's going to be easy for Arsenal, because it really won't be. I think that will be a very interesting game to watch. If you're a neutral and you wanted to pick one game this weekend to watch, it would 100% be that. Yeah, how you doing, Tyler? Says, thanks for always streaming, man. I appreciate it. That's really sweet of you to say. That's actually a really lovely comment. Thanks, man. See, comments like that will stick with me throughout the day, and people will make them off the cuff and then forget about it. But nice comments like that actually do, mean a lot to me. Villa Short says 3-1 Villa after saying Forest will actually beat us. HTG said difficult game today, I reckon. Pato, I know it's crazy. Pato in the MLS. Hey, doing Isabel? So honestly, man, you're a great guy. I'm guessing you're saying you're 17, or I don't know what you mean by that. But I honestly appreciate your support and everyone's support here. You guys are amazing. Loads of you turn up every single week, and I love you all. Are you doing really random reviews? He says, afternoon, AJ. Anyway, I need to get into these lineups. We're going to kick off very soon. I've not really talked about it. So yeah, interesting changes for Villa. It is once again a 4-4-2. Martinez in goal. Young, Konsa, Mings, Moreno. That is the most solid backline we've had for a long time, and it's very consistent. Konsa and Mings have done very well under Emery. I've been a big critique of Konsa, especially under Gerrard and Dean Smith, where he was playing and he was, starting to drop off in his form and he was getting worse and worse. But Konsa, I think, has been, a very unspoken hero for Villa. I think he's done incredibly well, and one of the main reasons why this run has been phenomenal for Villa. Bailey back in the team, McGinn, Louise, Ramsey is the midfield, and Emi Buendia with Ollie Watkins is the front two. Well, that's what Flash Score says. It could be Bailey alongside Watkins, which is what I probably think is actually the case. I should never really trust Flash Score. They always make a guess, and they guess horribly wrong. But either way, it is a 4-4-2 for Villa. Ollie Watkins hopefully can keep his form going. Yeah, straight away, I'm seeing, Mark, I'm glad you said it will be closer, because I was going to get into that as well. Forest are going to scrap it out today. Let's not forget, this was a 1-1 draw away from home. This was a 1-1 draw away from home. I think this could be a lot closer than people are expecting. This is not going to be a Bournemouth. We're not going to steamroll them. I think it'll be close. Again, so I know our form has been incredible, and I really don't want to sound like super negative, because I know too many negative people. Dean, if you guys know. Inside community joke there, but I don't want to be like that. I actually want to be, if I'm going to be negative, I want to be negative for a reason. I think it actually will be a draw today. I know you can throw your tomatoes and burp me if you want. I just think Forest have a lot to play for, and they caused us problems away. I know it's a different manager, different setup, and we're away from home, but they've got a lot to fight for today. And I can't expect Villa to win every single game. And eventually this form is going to go a little bit. I don't think we'll lose. I think we'll play very well. I think we'll take the lead, and I can see a late goal for Forest. I'd love to be proven wrong. I really would. I want Villa to go and hammer Forest so I look like an absolute clown. But I am trying to be realistic. And I don't know. I've got a weird feeling about today. Really weird feeling. Anyway, we are about to be underway. I'm going to turn my brightness up on this because I'm really dark. All right, there we go. I think that will... Well, I may need to add a little bit more. All right, I'll just leave it at that. It is a bright, sunny day, and hopefully that will reflect the scoreline as well. I'm being very negative, Boomy. I am being very negative. I got a weird feeling today. I got a weird feeling, especially if they can grab an early goal. I'm very much concerned. Anyway, I'm going to go on Total Sportec. The third link worked last time. I think I saw... was it Isabel who said it is already starting to work, which is good. Link 3, it takes a few tries and it's a bit slow, but we'll give it a go. Oh yeah, Nottingham Forest, didn't even talk about their squad. Navas in goal. I've got to say very quickly, what a signing that is. Like, Keylor Navas and Nottingham Forest seems like a football manager FIFA type deal. Toffolo, Niakate, Felipe and Williams is a back four. Again, like, the players they've got, man. Felipe, like, Atletico Madrid centre-back, that is. That is no mess-around defender. Danilo, Worrell and Chiarte midfield. Again, Chiarte is pretty solid at West Ham. Jonjo Shelvey, Gibbs White and Brendan Johnson. That is a team. That is a team. I have no idea how they are down the bottom. Maybe it's because it's a lot of players. And, you know, it's not like FIFA, is it? Where you can just buy loads of players and it just all works like that. But I'm very surprised. Very surprised to see a team like that struggle. That is a lot of quality in that. Third link, it's UFC. Oh my god, it actually is. Ha! Oh dear. Alright, well, I'm going to go to the first link. I'll do what I usually do. Yeah, what? I've just done that. It is a UFC fight. It is a UFC fight. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, we'll go to the first link. I will pin it. I'll pin it. When I know it works, I'll pin it. Don't you guys worry. BN Sport. Now, last time it did also say Kazakhstan versus Denmark. So maybe this is like a code word they use for Villa games. Oh, this is fine. This is fine. I'm going to pin this comment. I'm going to turn my headset on actually as well. Give me 1 second. Give me a second. So, obviously, it goes without saying that I am not responsible for you clicking this link. If anything happens to you, that is on your head. I am not responsible. I don't have to say that. I don't legally have to say that, but I'm saying it for your safety. I have been using this site for a while, and it's inconsistent. But I've not got any viruses. But again, click it at your own risk. There you go. And I'm very nice to provide that. I don't have to. A lot of people in my position don't do that. Right? But I will. And ironically, now it's starting to not work for me. Which is a little bit annoying. So I've just provided a link. Now it's actually gone down. It might have gone down. The timing might actually be very funny. Yeah, I'm not getting sued. I'm just saying it's a click at your own risk, you know? I am not responsible. But I always say, if I have a link, I will provide it. You know what I mean? I shall remove the 3 o'clock kickoff. Sorry, I was distracted. But thank you for saying that. Whenever you see something on screen that doesn't appear right, please do tell me. I am a moron. This is not... It may look professional at times. This is not professional. So whenever you see something that doesn't appear right, do please tell me. Because I've had people say to me, oh yeah, by the way, I've noticed your overlay was a bit broken for like 20 minutes. I'm like, well, you tell me. Tell me. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Link 1 just start working. I've got the link up now, and I have the audio from the game, which I always turn off anyway because they're distracting. I do have the game here, but it's a bit off. And this is 2 whole minutes behind. No, I'm gonna go for link 4. That stream was literally 2 minutes behind. I would rather not, you know. I'd rather not. It works, but it's behind. So I'll still leave it on screen. If I find a better one and it's consistent, I'll replace the pin. But I think link 4 is better. Or at least I hope it will be. Because, yeah, 4 minutes in the game and I'm only getting like 2 on screen. It's a bit rough. Jamie's is playing Elder Scrolls instead of watching Chelsea. Oh dear. He can literally, this is what I don't get, right? When you're a football fan, you can literally play any game at any time, right? I suppose, especially on a weekend, right? He's got 2 days to play that game at any point. Why pick the time where your club are playing? The idea is win, lose, or draw, you're supposed to support your team. Like, it's... Honestly, some football fans really do annoy me. There's a football fan who supports Liverpool that I know, and he literally never watches them when they do badly. I'm like, you're not a fan then, are you? You're just someone who's there for the good times. Like, Villa have been in the trenches for years, and we're still here. We are still here. By the way, Isabel, that 4th link just absolutely refuses to load for me. Point blank refuses to load. There better be some sweaty Tyrone shots or I'll be fuming. Mentor's literally bank holiday weekend as well. He has the whole week. I know. It's crazy. And you know what? You probably will get a result today. New manager bounce away at Wolves. They're not a great side, Wolves. I would back you today. I'm not saying it's going to be you wipe the floor or whatever, but I would expect at least a point. So I'm surprised. Yeah, this is even further beyond. I'm really not a fan of the streams today. I'm gonna go back to the first link and try and load it again because it did work, but I don't want to be 2 whole minutes behind. Commentator said we're causing problems for Forest. Well, I hope we are. Forest look like they play. It looks like they play a false 9, but I could be wrong. There's no way Gibbs White is being played as an out-and-out forward. I absolutely refuse to believe Gibbs White an out-and-out forward. All right, the first link is down to a minute 40. I'm gonna just have to go with that because I've got nothing else. So it's still the same link, guys, and I can't seem to provide anything. Link 3 works, not UFC anymore. All right, well, I'm happy with this for now. Also, off topic, but what do you guys think of the Forest away shirt? I think the blue and yellow, it has to be the most vile combination of colours. It is, I mean, at least they're colour-coded with the shorts. You could make this horrific, and sometimes the shorts do not match the shirt at all. But that is shocking. That is shocking. Shock goal at the Brentford Community Stadium is 1-0 to Brentford against Newcastle. Now, that is a huge goal for not only Brentford, but Newcastle trying to get Champions League. I need to get this. I'm going for third link again because the quality of it is like 180p. I literally can't make out who the players are. I hate doing this. Every time doing this is so annoying. Whenever it's not on Sky, it is the most frustrating thing. Link 3 is very delayed. I can't win. I cannot win. I physically cannot win. Because I get a stream with good quality, but it is like several minutes behind. And I would rather not watch a stream, that is in another time zone. Yeah, shock. I think Isabel likes Tyrone Mings. Oh no, that might become as a shock to some people. Yeah, this stream is literally 2.5 minutes behind. 2.5 minutes. And it froze. Alright. I'm gonna go for another website if this carries on. Because I feel like I'm repeating myself constantly. And we're nearly 10 minutes into the game and I've still not got any closer. The goal is being checked for VAR, by the way. I'm hearing news. It has not been given just yet. It is under VAR for the Brentford game. Every other game is currently goalless. The VAR have ruled it out. It will not be a goal for Brentford. Oh, I found a link. Wait, what one was that? I found something. It is... it's the first link, and the quality, for some reason, is better now, which makes no sense. Alright, I'm gonna... People put in /hide chat. I have no idea if that works. This might be... No, but the chat isn't being hid, though, is it? People are just typing hide chat, and it doesn't work. That is like hysteria. People are just doing it because they see other people doing it. No, I'm just going to full screen. There it hides the chat. Yeah, I mean, it's not great, is it? This, it's also frozen for me. Oh dear. Elsewhere, Man United did win by 2-0 against Everton. The Championship and League One, League Two, and the National League all played yesterday. So today, all we have is the Premier League and the 7th tier of English football and down. Oh, God's sake. Yeah, I'm going on MM40. Yeah, I'm going to try another site. Sorry, guys. Because Total Sportet has been a complete mess. It literally, it plays for 20 seconds and then just freezes. And I'm just not going to watch football like that. I utterly refuse. I utterly refuse to watch football that way. So I'm going on MM40. And if it works, I'll provide that link just like I provided this for you lot. To be fair, MM40 is usually half decent. Alright, this just refuses to play. Maybe I've jinxed it. Has a play button, and I play it, and then there's 3 dots, as you know, as most sites have. And then, just nothing. ADHTE Batman streams. Is that the same, or is that 2 different websites? Is it all one web? Forest are playing better. The like a minute of the game I've watched in total, it has just been Forest on the ball. So it's not really what I want to see. All right, link 2. I'm now trying. Maybe I just needed to be patient. I could just talk to chat for a little bit. Oh, it's 2 different. Well, I'll try both. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Guys, if you do find a usable website, I need to keep a note. I might even go into my notepad on my PC and just keep a collage of all these websites so I know where to go next time. Tottenham are beating Brighton. Yes, that goal has just gone in. Heung-min Son, who's been awful all season, has scored for Spurs. So that is a huge result as things stand. Tottenham will stay 5th on 53 points, moving only a point behind Newcastle. There would have been goal difference, but the goal for Brentford got chalked out. Brighton 6th on 46. Villa on 45, but Brighton do have those 2 games in hand, which is massive. Brentford's goal was disallowed. I did say that. It went to VAR. I saw within... it was a goal in the 10th minute, and it got ruled out by VAR. So yeah, that goal is massive. Brentford, I feel for them because you're not going to get too many chances against a team like Newcastle to have a goal being ruled out. Hopefully it's for a good reason. How you doing, Diogo even? Hello, mate. So yeah, results today. I really could do with Fulham and Chelsea not getting all all the points in their games. I could do with obviously a Villa win. I don't think we're gonna. I mean, the chances of top 4, top 5 are low. We're looking at that 6th spot. So any drop points for Brighton, we shall definitely take. Considering we also beat Brighton away under Unai Emery, I really fancy us. You know, we probably deserve it. I'm joking. Yeah, Footy is also not loading anything, so I'm going to try some of these websites. I'll risk it ahead of you guys. Don't you worry. I'll risk it. ADHT. It sounds like ADHD. Villa Forest. Oh, it's got Villa Forest on it. You can tell it's not done in this country because the time, it says 2 o'clock, not 3. So, I gotta say, I am concerned with the design and the look on the look on this site does look a bit dodgy. I don't know. I'm trusting it for now, but I am concerned. Well, I've not been provided a link yet. So it comes up with all these games. Villa Forest. It just takes me to live sports betting. So I don't know what to make of that. Click another link because they've not. Oh, this one might be. This one actually has a lot of ads, but there's a black background, and I think a potential. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, I'm not. I don't like the look of that site. Alright, Batman Streams. I love the name of this one. I really hope Batman Streams is actually usable because I love the idea of going to a place called Batman Streams to watch football. That is amazing. And they've got a lot of sports on it, which is interesting, but also a lot of ads I'm seeing. I will say, whenever, and this is just a general tip, whenever you're watching, you know, football on websites like this, just make sure that you're being really safe and, you know, have antivirus stuff installed and, you know, keep yourself as safe as you possibly can. Ugh. Okay, this one is on about member. I'm not joining a membership for it. Well, that's shite. Yeah, so moving on. It's still only 1 goal in all the games. I actually don't know what to try now. I could try looking on Twitter. Twitter's the best place. This is not even a joke. When Twitter is up showing the games, it is usually within like less than a minute of like actually happening. It's 1080p. Like, it's phenomenal. But they get taken down so fast. Here's Dean. Here's Dean. I can tell Dean by the name. Brentford will beat Wolves. That's the thing. And that puts us 8th as we won't beat Forest today. My guy, I've always said this, and I'm not even joking. We could win the league. Dean would have something to complain about. We could win the league, and he would say Ollie Watkins didn't get the top goal scorer. Yeah, iPhone's clear. All right. Isn't it like EPL? EPL Live. There's a place I follow, I think, on Twitter that has the games. I might have to just crawl back to that shit link so I could watch them. Yawn. I'm still not finding anything, which is so annoying. I usually find other games. That's the funniest part. I'll find like other teams first. I've seen the Sun goal posted on Twitter. Oh, I found a live for Brentford Newcastle. Again, it's not Villa, is it? But I digress. Brighton. Hang on, I'm gonna double check that. As far as I'm aware, there's been no Brighton goal, not even VAR related. Yeah, I mean, I keep saying this every week, so I'm not gonna, do it again. But why on earth Oh my god, it's actually happened again. But this is ridiculous. I found one for Fulham, West Ham, Tottenham, Brighton, Wolves, Chelsea, Brentford, Newcastle, and the Villa Forest one got taken down. You know how unfair that is? There's one for all of them. The only one that has gone down is the Villa one. How ridiculous is that? The only one where the Villa game was taken down. Oh, is this a new Villa one? Oh, I got a new one. Okay, guys. I have a new link for you guys. And Twitter, I mean, they get taken down. I will say that. This is, click this link. Go on Twitter, but expect it to go down at some point because they always do. But there you go. Guys, like I always say, I'm not... I don't scam people. I always say I provide the link where it is. I always do what I say. And there you go. I got a lot of links open for some reason. Which probably doesn't help. I'm trying to load stuff. No worries, guys. No worries. So hopefully that can stay on. I don't know if this has any sound at all. It does. And it's, it's a couple of minutes behind, but I don't really care at this point. I just want to watch the game. I'm getting desperate. So yeah, on the timer on here says the game's 21 and a half minutes in, and this is saying 19 and a half. So yeah, I'm gonna get the lineup of both teams up. So it's took me 20 minutes to get a game. Thank you, England, and your incredible laws of football. Ridiculous. I am going to Villa's next game. I will not be doing a live stream for Aston Villa versus Newcastle, as I do have tickets in the North Stand for that. So you can expect a vlog after the game, but not, obviously not a live stream, because that would get me banned unless I just show my face. But also, internet at Villa Park is shocking. If you guys have ever been, it is dire. Everywhere in the ground, it is horrific. You can't even send text messages. I swear down, it is one of the worst places for it. Free kick to Forest on the halfway line is the first real eventful thing I see, with John McGinn stopping a counter attack. The colour combo is vile. I did say this earlier. Blue and yellow is just horrific. Absolutely horrific. Gibbs White was the man who was chopped down on the halfway line by the Scotsman. Hospitality Suite is dire as well. Yeah, the whole place is. I can't believe John Joe Shelby plays for Nottingham Forest. My guys, how old is John Joe Shelby? If you guys know, he's knocking on the door of retirement. Surely, there's no way he's not. 1-0 West Ham against Fulham. Huge goal. You can see it on screen. That is massive. In both ends of the table. Free kick to Forest. Well won actually by Villa. McGinn going long. He actually finds a pass to Watkins. He's on his own though, Ollie. He's gonna have to do a lot here. He's got Buendia on the overlap. He goes inside instead. Finds Moreno. Oh, I could tackle that. That's a very good, strong challenge. Toffolo, phenomenal tackle. Not a lot Ollie could do there. The ball was played to him just inside his own half, and he's literally the only man forward, so he had to try and do what he can, go down the line. A bit of a conservative way of playing. He wasn't trying to take on his man. He's just holding the ball up, allowing Villa players in support. Buendia was the first overlap, and he was almost like a dummy, really, for Alex Moreno. West Ham have jumped over Wolves now. Yeah, the bottom three is horrific, isn't it? The bottom three is Oh, it changes every single week. You're snoring. What is... so how's the Chelsea game? And I'm guessing you're watching it. If you do want me to put another game on, by the way, if you're watching like a live stream of Chelsea and don't want me to spoil it, I can put another game on the screen. I don't mind doing that. There were other choices. So if you want me to change a game of that, I actually don't mind doing that. Because I know there's like quite a few Chelsea people who watch me, so yeah. Villa apparently have had 71% of the ball, which is crazy. Alright, fine. This game has 0-0, 1-1, or 1-0 to someone. It's... I don't know. Like I said, I've seen very... I'm not going to lie, I've seen very little. Forest are not interested in pressing at all. That we are probably going to be against a low block for most of the afternoon. And historically, Villa against a low block doesn't go very well. You know, we're not Man City. We're not a team that can easily pick teams to pieces. We've not even come across that many low blocks recently as well. We've played some good teams. Villa do well against good teams. Yeah, Prince William's in Villa. Yeah, he was next to Christian Perslow. I was going to say that. The camera did pan to Prince William. He's a Villa fan, as a lot of people know. Twitch even. I meant Twitter. The screen has gone blank. Uh oh. I am concerned. I am concerned. Has the game gone? The audio is still there, but the game has a black screen now. Wolves Chelsea, by the way, has 4,000 viewers on Twitter. Tottenham Brighton has more viewers. Tottenham are winning the viewer debate, and then there's Fulham West Ham with 300. Oh dear. Oh, there we go. It's back on. Yeah, Bailey's holding his hamstring. That is not good. Okay. This is being so weird. It came back and now it's gone again. What is going on? Today has just been a very bad day if you're trying to find out the news of games elsewhere. Brentford and Newcastle have had to have a reset because their stream went down. Emery is taking... Okay, I've got it back now. Emery is... Well, having a conversation with the back line. He's only got his defenders around him, which is very interesting. Penalty to Brentford. Very interesting. Thank you, Gypsy Dad, for telling me that. Best move Bailey did all season, and he's injured himself again. I've seen enough from Bailey. I want him replaced. Yeah, so Bailey getting into the box, putting a cross in, and yeah, he's tweaked his hamstring. He's going to have to come off. 100%. You just know straight away. He's 100,000% going off. I'd put my house on it. Hamstring injuries are taken so seriously. He might not have even done that much. But if he tears it, he's out for months. So you got to be precautious. If you guys, I mean, you have to cast your minds back a few years. But Aston Villa versus Leicester, Tyrone Mings, if you remember, tugged his hamstring, told the physios he can play on, and the message went back to the coaching staff that he's hurt himself a little bit, but he's fine. And Leicester scored because he tore his hamstring within like 5 minutes of that happening. He went to run and he had to stop. And this is why you have to take hamstring injuries very seriously. You never know. I know Bailey's not a defender. But a torn hamstring, you're out for a while. Brentford goal. It is a Brentford goal this time. I do love Yazoo. I don't care. I'm shameless. Yazoo's amazing. Another long ball forward for Nottingham Forest. They've gone direct a few times today. It's the typical away team in the bottom three performance. Low block, long ball. Tony, no way. Tony has missed. Wait, has he actually missed? Oh no! I have been given. Wait, I've been giving it false information for a second. I was told it went in. It has not gone in. Newcastle have survived again. They have survived VAR, and they have survived a penalty as Tony has missed. It was at least it was off. It wasn't off target, if that makes them feel any better. As Nick Pope actually saved it. But wow. Bertrand Traore is on for Aston Villa. I hope he can do something even more special. Are you talking about the FPL? I gotta say, Tony surely, there are players throughout football, whether, you don't have to be incredible at football, you don't have to be, you do get those random players who are top class at penalties. And Tony is usually that. His style of penalties are great. He doesn't look at the ball. You ever look at how Tony takes them? He stares at the keeper and does the short run-up. And that usually works. So I'm very surprised to see it not work today. Milivojevic is another unbelievable penalty taker for quite a mid player, but love the penalty. And for Villa, El Ghazi, I've always said it. 1-0 Wolves against Frank Lampard's Chelsea. Oh dear, a defeat for Chelsea today would mean they would have lost more games than they have won in the Premier League. That is ridiculous to say. And you would think a defeat would absolutely categorically seal any chance of Europe for Chelsea. And that's not great news for Villa, really, because I want to see Wolves go down. So, as much as I'm happy that Chelsea are losing because it's funny, and I suppose they are competitors for Europe alongside Villa, but the only downside is the fact that Wolves are winning. I can't have everything, I can't have both teams lose. There is an element of luck with pens yet, and you can be the best footballer in the world, but sometimes you just don't have the right connection of the ball. Mimi, this is the same Chelsea team that lost at home to bottom of the table Southampton. I'm not surprised anymore. I'm genuinely not surprised. Oh, lovely, but that's such a shame for Forest. That was a really good ball from the right in towards Brennan Johnson, and he just slips as he shoots. Half an hour gone. It's not been great from Villa. I mean, a lot of people were, not happy when I said I didn't think we'd win today. And, well, we're not looking like we're going to win if we keep playing like this. That's all I'm going to say. They need Mount back. What's a goal from Wolves? I got to say, I'm so shocked. I am so unbelievably shocked, right, that Mount, under a Lampard team, isn't playing. How ridiculous is that? I would have put my house on Mount coming straight back into the team. Even, you could say that hasn't deserved it, because Mount has been shocking this season. But Lampard is like his dad. I cannot believe he didn't start today. Chelsea have gone so downhill. I feel like Potter leaving isn't going to do anything. Chelsea need a better striker. Havertz isn't a strong enough striker. I know a lot of people wanted Potter to go. Even I was like, how is he still there? My only concern is replacing Lampard for Potter doesn't do anything. Is he actually injured? I swear. Hang on, I'm going to go on Twitter. I swear he was fit to play, because there was a picture of him in training, unless he got literally injured today. I saw a photo of him in training with Lampard. Oh, they said 2 hours ago he's injured. That, I don't know. I don't know about that. I think that's a little bit sus, because they've not, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Williams as a foul. It's a free kick to Forest. And if you're a Forest fan, you'll be very happy with what you've seen this afternoon. They've definitely got under the feathers of Villa. Rustled us up a little bit. But not made it easy. Villa have not really created too many opportunities. We've had a lot of possession, but we've done very little with it. That's what I've said. We always struggle against low block. 70% of the ball one shot on target. You know? You link the Wolves goal. Any link here will get gulagged. So if you want to send it me on Discord, feel free. And if it's good enough, I'll put it in the chat. Yeah, just send it me on Discord if you don't mind. Yeah, it gets insta gulagged. Just so people don't spam me. I get like a lot of the only thing I don't like about YouTube, you get a lot more bots on YouTube, so I just try and cut all the links out. The problem is you do get stuff like this. And it doesn't even show. There should be like an option where it could be like someone's tried to send this link, confirm, you know, block stuff like that. Do you play for Champions of FIFA 23 Ultimate Team? I used to play lots of FIFA. Have done for years, right? Ever since like FIFA 15, FIFA 16, I've been hardcore playing FIFA every year. This year I decided not to. I got to like November and I just couldn't be asked anymore. It got to a point where it you know, I weren't having fun. I'm a good FIFA player. I'm a pretty good FIFA player. Every year I'd get to either when it was Div 1 was the top, I'd be there. The Elite Division, I was there last year. I was a top FIFA player. But I wasn't having fun this year, so I decided not to play it. It is a goal for Brighton. Disappointing. I gotta say, Spurs. You don't rely on Spurs. I mean, that's rule 1. That is rule 1, innit? Don't rely on Spurs. Mitoma did have a goal disallowed, but Dunk has made sure this time to score. Thank you, Wisp. I'm gonna view the goal. Nunes. Oh, I already know this goal's going to be good. If it's a Nunes goal. Alright, it's a header away. Oh, that's a great goal. Well, I'm going to actually post that. Guys, if you do want to see the goal for Wolves against Chelsea, that is a rocket. He's caught that sweetly. I had a feeling when that ball was bouncing, I'm like, is he going to hit this? I was expecting a cutback, but he didn't position himself for it. He positioned himself to shoot. Oh, that's a disgusting goal. That is an absolutely disgusting goal. I feel for Frank there, because what is he supposed to do when your team are, struggling, your players aren't performing very well, haven't done for a while. You come into the job and you go against a goal like that. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to have a peek at their stats as well while I'm here. Just give me a second. Yeah, they've not actually done that great. Chelsea haven't hit the target yet. So, yeah. Who knows, they might not have deserved to concede, but they've not been playing well by the looks of it. Tony Defo had a pen on him missing the pen. Defo had a bet on him missing the pen. 100%. Oh, nasty tackle. John Joe Shelvey. That's a booking, surely. Shelvey has absolutely clarted into Jacob Ramsey there. Yeah, that is... actually, it's not Ramsey, it's Moreno. I had a quick glance because I saw a player roll, and it's usually... Every player that gets hacked down for Villa is usually Ramsey. I don't even have to look. But that actually is Moreno trying to break from a set piece. That's a horrific challenge from Shelby. You love it when it's your team and it's your player to stop a counter, but wow. That is crunching. Kind of feel bad for Lampard. He's come to Chelsea about a poor time. I do, but he knew the job. A bit like Sean Dyche. Some people will say, again, they've lost. And they can feel for Everton and feel for Sean. But Sean knew exactly what he was walking into with that job. 1-0 Bournemouth, says Ben. I'll have a quick glance at that, actually, while I'm here. Give me a second. Look, obviously Chelsea have far too many points to go down. But there could be a point where they are cut adrift in 11th. Like, that can easily happen. Especially if teams are out. Say, like, Fulham, I know they are losing to West Ham, which isn't great. But say they pick up something today Liverpool beat Arsenal. You never know. Chelsea could properly be cut adrift. I can't see them winning anytime. So now I've said that they're going to win, but I can't see it if they can't beat Wolves, and they don't even look like beating Wolves with new manager bounce. I expect them to get a point today, but not from what I've seen. They've been pretty shocking. How you doing, Gammon? He said, how Villa doing? I got to say, we have been second best. We've had a lot of the ball, but very little to show. Probably our best bit of the game has been Bailey on the byline as he cut the ball back, and then he pulled his hamstring in doing so. So I think that pretty much sums up the game. It has been a low block from Forest. We expected this. They've given us a lot of the ball, but we do tend, historically, to struggle against a low block. We've had several managers now, and we've all had this same issue. I will say, defensively, we do look strong. That has been my main criticism in the past, that we struggle against a low block and we concede on the break. I remember a game during lockdown against Brighton where they just hit us with a long ball and Danny Welbeck scored. And it was like, well, we literally all over them. But they just sucker punched us with a very direct ball. I've not really seen much of that from Forest. They've had a few set pieces, but they've done even less than us, really. But I think they'll be a bit more happier with the way they've set up. They've definitely disgruntled Villa, not allowed us to play football. And we've just seen another opportunity only a few minutes ago where we could have hit them on the break. And John Joe Shelby absolutely cleaned out Moreno to stop him doing that. So yeah. I fear for the people who've paid money to see this, because it's not really been much football going on. Villa playing like it's a sunny Saturday noon in the park. It is, like I said, Dean, it's hard to set up against a low block, because if you push too many players forward, you're susceptible on the break. And yeah, that could have gone anywhere. Cross came in, and Villa, I mean, that's a delicious ball. I have no idea how Toffolo doesn't get a clean head onto that. That's a disgusting cross. Toffolo's header there was really poor. I think, he does have Young next to him, but he gets the header. He jumps way higher than Young. That is a downside in Young's game. I love Ashley Young, but he's not very physical, and we've seen a few times where he's beaten in the air at the back post. I remember losing to Watford at home, and it was an Emmanuel Dennis header again against a low block team, and Dennis just completely outmuscled Young in the air and scored. Oh no, another Villa player has gone down. Buendia. Ramsey's done really well to body his man. Ramsey's pass is shocking though. Oh dear. Oh, that has summed up the first half. That has summed up the first half. Really good way to win back possession. Really strong from Jacob Ramsey. So it looks promising. Looks really promising, and the through ball's terrible. I think that has pretty much summed up the first half of Villa. Looks promising, no problem. The confirmed Costa goal hasn't been scored yet, so we pretty much lost 2-0. So Costa, has Costa scored for Wolves yet? I'm going to look that up. I don't think Diego Costa has scored for Wolves. That would be funny. Yeah, he's yet to score for Wolves in 15 games. So I would write, if you concede to Costa today, I'll write the season off. I think this match may finish 0-0. I said it'd be a draw today. I want to be proven wrong, and we have a lot of football to still play today, but I had a feeling that Forest were going to get under our skin, and they've come here and done exactly what I thought they would do. Another penalty to Brentford. Well, if Tony misses this, if Tony misses the penalty, I swear. Not gonna lie, first half's been disappointing. Not gonna lie, I was expecting Ramsey Watkins goal by now at least. Yeah, I think we've been spoiled a little bit. with really good football, and today has been very flat. Watkins on the long ball. Lovely back heel, actually, to Bertrand Traoré. And he goes down, and that is a free kick just outside the box. Goal to Brentford, finally. Ivan Toney has finally scored. A Yazoo sponsor. I do need a sponsorship from Yazoo, I can't lie. Toney makes it 1-0, and you got to say, Newcastle have definitely... they've rode their luck already. VAR goal, penalty was already saved. Toney this time tucks it away for Brentford. Fair enough. Takes a lot of bollocks to take another one. Oh, chance for Forest. What a save, Emi Martinez. I think the offside flag went up anyway. I was just reading my chat, and I was reading the scores, and I see a through ball and a 1-on-1 for Forest. So I'm going to see if this actually was offside. Yeah, he was offside. Yeah, fair enough. That's actually a really good line from Villa. And it's a good save from Emi anyway. Didn't even matter. Lovely through ball, though. It's a shame there was no timed run. And it wasn't even close. It was well offside. So you know what? I'm going to say good defender from Villa. If you're going to keep a high line, everyone needs to make sure they do their job. So, see, fair enough. Fair play. Concert. Good ball to Traoré. Not long to go. 3 minutes of added time have been given. Very little to talk about from this game, I can't lie. Dougie Luiz going long. It's actually a good pick out to Moreno. Cross comes in. They've made a mess of it, but Traoré gets underneath the shot and puts it over. Oh dear. Oh dear. Shocking. Cross, I think, was meant for Watkins, and it fell to Traoré, and he's gone for the side foot. He's always leaning back. And whenever you see volleys that go over, 9 times out of 10, they're leaning back as they do it. And the same thing there. You're at the match and it's terrible? Yeah, well, I'm not surprised it's wank. It has been shocking. I did say... I had a feeling this was going to happen today. There is still a lot of football to go. You never know. 42 of you guys, well, 45 of you in the live stream. If you guys can hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new, it would mean the world to me. It'd be very much appreciated. I've had a lot of nice comments today, actually, as well. You guys have been amazing. Hopefully the second half can provide us something. Yeah, a bit flat. A bit flat. It feels like pre-Emery football. But the difference is, we were playing crap football, but we couldn't defend as well. At least we're defending okay. So I'm trying to look for positives, Through ball into Ollie Watkins. Maybe a chance towards the end of the half. Watkins goes for a cross. And it has gone for a goal kick. Oh dear. Oh dear. Dire. Yeah. I mean, a commentator kind of covered it there. Other than the final third, we've been fine. And that is spot on. I couldn't have said that any better myself, right? We've defended well. We've literally cut them. We have suppressed them to only a few chances. We've controlled a lot of the ball. We're doing a lot of the basics well. And it's just the final third that goes to the pot. I don't understand. I don't know how you can play so well. You get towards their box and it falls to pieces. I think someone said it earlier. This game does feel like a 0-0. You ever have those games where it does absolutely feel like a 0-0 is one of these? And I think with Emery, we have scored a lot of goals. I want to know the last time we haven't scored in a game. I'm going to scroll back to it because I know it's been a while. Even games we lose, like City away, we still scored. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19 games ago was the last time. It has been 19 games since we haven't scored. That is pretty good, to be fair. Not many teams get clean sheets against Villa. Even games we lose. The last time we didn't score was the 4-0 defeat to Newcastle. And if you haven't noticed, that was before Emery. So every game we've had under Unai Emery, we've put the ball in the back of the net. Maybe today that changes. Maybe today that changes. Doesn't give me a lot of confidence, though, knowing that I'm going to Villa Newcastle next week. Although they're losing. So, who knows? The Villa stream has once again gone black. I was expecting to... No, well, it's half time anyway, so I'm going to turn my headset off. Yeah, disappointing is what I'll say. It has been just a bit confusing, I guess. We can play so well outside of shooting, outside of creating chances. We're pretty much perfect. We've stopped them from doing anything. They've had to go long, and we've soaked up the long balls really well. Konza and Mings have done incredibly well. Louise and McGinn are winning that midfield battle. Concerning with the Bailey injury, but he's not been great anyway, so I'm not... You know, you never want to see a player get injured, especially when our squad depth isn't that great. But he wasn't offering much anyway. Ramsey's quiet, man. Ramsey against Chelsea was, you know, causing them problems every second. Every second we go on the break, we find Ramsey, he carries the ball, and he has to get taken down. Like, he's such a handful when he's on his day. But you just get too many games of Ramsey where he does this. Where he's just a ghost, almost. It's so frustrating. I want to see more consistency from Ramsey, because he's a phenomenal, top talented player. But he just has too many games like this where he's invisible. He's done so little today. It feels a little bit like Dean Smith, Ollie Watkins, because he's got very little to work with, because the ball's not finding him, so he's having to go out, you know, further and further out wide to pick up the ball and do something himself. I don't know. I think Forest have done their job here. They've come here to unsettle us, and maybe I think their game plan is to try and hold on, get a late winner. You know, keep tight, keep that low block, frustrate Villa, hack us down any chance. So we've had a few chances to get away from them, and they've chopped us down like a tree. So they've done their job. They've done their job so far. But Villa have been frustrated. Let me know what you guys think. A lot of you have been watching alongside with me, because I have provided the link for you guys to watch. So give me your perspective. Maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I'm being too negative. I'd love to hear what you guys think. I'm going to go into the Villa Twitter as I read other people's comments as well. The top comment with 10 likes already says, so poor in the final third today. I feel like Duran could have had a huge impact off the bench by stretching their defence. Boys look tired. Can't blame them. 3 games in 1 week. Keep fighting. Something needs to change. Deadest half I've seen under Emery. Not some of the players look so unconcentrated. Not one shot on goal versus Forest. Give me Duran. He brings so much energy and passion. Definitely what we need in the second half. I like that. That's a good comment. We need Duran. We actually do need Duran. We need energy. I didn't really consider tiredness, but it would be a big factor, wouldn't it? A lot of games we've played. A lot of games we played recently, and we do look a little bit sluggish, you know? A little bit sluggish. I'll look at the Forest. I reckon Forest will be happy with this, especially with our form. This is almost perfect. So I'm gonna have a little peek at the Forest comments. Surely they're gonna be happy. Their top comment is playing well, but need to create more opportunities. Well, that says a lot, really. I think that you can look at performances of a game, and you can tell by fan reaction. You can tell so many things. This has been a dire game of football. This has been an absolutely dire game of football. The Villa fans are frustrated, unhappy. We said this is, the worst performance we've had under Emery, and changes need to happen. Forest fans, despite having 30% of the ball, one shot on goal, their fans are saying they're playing incredible. They can push for a goal to get that winner. They're playing really well. They're fighting for the shirt. This comment baffles me. Saying, forgot it was an away game for 45 minutes. Need to keep that up. Did I watch the same game? Look, I can be critical. I can be... what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I can criticise Villa, which is what I've been doing. But I'm criticising them as well. They've come here and they've unsettled us, but that's kind of it. They've not really created too many chances. They've not put us on the back foot. They've just been difficult to break down. Which is the only bit of credit I've given them is they have been very difficult to break down. We've struggled. We have struggled creating opportunities, but they have offered, don't get it twisted, they've offered nothing going the other way. But the fact that we're not happy and they are, I think really does show a lot. But yeah, I always look at that. Just to see how fans perceive a game. Mike A. says, just not clicking. We aren't on the same page at all. Yeah, I mean, going forward, the passing has been dire. I go back to that Ramsey opportunity where he muscles his man in midfield, does really well, spins, looks for that through ball towards Bertrand Traoré and gets it all wrong. Like, you've done the hard part. You've won the ball brilliantly. The easy part is finding the pass with Traoré completely free. That is the easy part. But he's just made a mess of it. So, yeah. Confusing. Game changer, I agree. We should be doing a lot more. Like I said, I kind of stole it from another comment, but we should bring on Duran. We should 100% bring on Duran. Anthony says, Forest fans happy to start the rot so far. Villa fans not happy based on previous performances. Yeah, fair enough. I'll have a look at Forest's recent form. I know it's not been amazing, which is the reason why they're down at the bottom. You're not there for no reason. Forest haven't won in a while. They haven't won, I guess, since they beat Leeds at home 1-0. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games. That is wild. No win in 8 for Nottingham Forest. With a 2-1. In fact, it's been that long, they've had to play Leeds again and they lost. So, yeah, it's not been great for them. Maybe I can see, the puzzle starting to fit together now. I can see why they're happy because they've definitely unsettled Villa here. Changes to make. I'm going to look at our bench. You can see it on screen. Olsen, Sinisala having 2 goalkeepers on our bench kind of does show our squad depth issues. Carlos coming back from injury slowly. Traore's already come on. Chambers, Duran, Digne, Dendoncker, and Revan. I mean, Traore on early kind of ruins future changes. So it is literally all on Duran. If we are going to try and push them and make aggressive attacking subs, the whole thing lies on Duran. Because Dendoncker's defensive-minded. Chambers is literally a centre-back or a holding midfielder. Dominic Revan, I can't see coming on. I think Revan... They usually bring players like that just to fill the bench. Sorry, not Dominic. Sebastian Revan. I apologise. He was on the bench against Leicester as well, Revan. And he didn't come on. I don't think he's going to come on here. He's had half decent experience for the under-21s, but even he's a defender. So the only real opportunity we have to make meaningful changes with the players we have on the bench is just Duran. It's a bit concerning. Coutinho is still out with thigh injury. Cash with a calf injury. Kamara, very frustrating to see him come off against Chelsea, and he's not. I think we rushed him back a little bit. I did think that at the time. I was surprised to see him back in the team against Chelsea. He had to come off, and he's been out ever since. Mike says, we gave away possession either 4 or 5 times because someone made a pass for a run that wasn't made. It's like, it's not like they're terrible passes, just both players aren't. Yeah, you need to be on the same wavelength. You need to have an understanding of what you want to do with the ball. So I can understand where you're coming from. The Villa Forest game has gone down on Twitter, which is just what you want to see. Hopefully it can come back up for the second half. Forest fans happy. Oh, no, I read that, didn't I? So yeah, guys, I'm going to take this time to say, please do like that video. We have 40 of you in the live stream, which is a lot of people, if you really think about it. If you guys can hit that like button, I'd massively appreciate it. I'm just going to have a look at how many we do have right now, because we always have more viewers than likes. Yeah, we got 15 likes, guys. 15 likes. So if literally just half of you like this right now, that is huge. That'd be huge for me. Thanks, Rat. I appreciate that. Oh, it sounds like I'm being harsh. These names, Sniff Rat. There's no way I can say that in a nice way, but I do appreciate you very much, man. Whenever we start Bailey, says Game Changer, we never get a good result. He's better off coming off the bench in the 60th or 70th minute. He's just not good enough to start. Yeah, I feel that. I've also just seen the goal for West Ham. It's an own goal, actually, which I didn't realise. Kufel, I mean, it looks like he handles the ball there in the build-up. But I digress. Ball into the middle. Jared Bowen. Oh, Bowen's done brilliantly there. Bowen takes on his man, cuts the ball back in on the byline, and it's took a deflection and gone in. I have already seen the Wolves goal, but I'm going to watch that again on screen. Yeah. It's not a bad name. I like it. It's different. I like it. But it's hard to be complimentary when I'm saying that. Chester Leicester says we're going down. I mean, you never know, mate. Football, it's a funny old game. That's the saying. Losing to Bournemouth at home. No manager as well. You do worry for Leicester. You do have the players. I said this in the Villa game. You've got decent players at that club. Harvey Barnes, I still stand by Harvey Barnes being, a top winger. He caused us, even in a game where he didn't create many chances, he caused a few problems. Vardy, though, you can't play Vardy up front. I think that's where the problem is for me. Vardy has just fell off a cliff, right? He's getting old. On his day a few years ago, unstoppable striker, right? We saw the goal streak that he went on. If he can repeat that or something close, you never know. But I just think he needs time away from the first team. Get Maddison as a 10. Like, this 5 at the back nonsense I'm seeing. Get Maddison where he belongs as a 10. I love James Maddison. Maddison can be the most effective, surely, supporting your forwards, not being a winger, personally. But, I'm not a coach. I'm not a manager. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I just think players like that who can have a big impact, have them central. Ndidi Sumare, I think, is a good pivot. Castagna, Pereira, I think that's where it goes a bit pear-shaped. Pereira's decent. Castagna there, I don't know about. Faiz, again, I've seen him have top games, and I've seen him against Liverpool and conceded 2 own goals. So, it's one of those. Leicester show no fight, individual errors. They all know they'll be sold in the summer. Well, I hope you can pull something out of the bag, because I don't mind Leicester. I really don't mind Leicester. And there's a lot of teams I'd rather go down in your place. I look down there, I see Bournemouth. I'm happy to see it go down. I don't think they offer the Premier League much. Southampton have been dross, so I think they're, unless a miracle happens, they're going to go. I'd love to see Wolves or even Everton or West Ham. So, yeah. I hope it's not... The 3 teams I wouldn't want... Well, Palace, Leeds, Everton and Forest, I wouldn't want to see go down. But I know one of those 4 are bound to go down. So, yeah, that's my 2 cents anyway. I bet Mason Mount that Costa is scoring. We are going to be back underway for the second half. I'm hoping that the stream has come back on. So I'm going to refresh the page and hope for the best. Because I've seen other channels go. All we need now is for Villa to beat Forest. Yeah, we're not really doing you favours, are we? We've not played that well today. I didn't think we were that great against Leicester, in truth. And we're even worse today. So, yeah, I hope for, well, not only my sake, but as well as yours, that we can pull something out of the bag, yeah? Oh. Well, my stream is about 2 minutes behind, so you have to bear with me. The players are back on the pitch. How do you know Brummies feel about Wolves? Surely you must want your local rivals to go down. See, I don't really. A lot of Villa fans don't really care about Wolves. You know, we just look at Blues, and that's all we care about. Like the second city derby. You've got who else? Who else do we look at really? West Brom, but even then, like West Brom, this is how little West Brom and Wolves mean to us. When these teams play each other, they literally sing with each other shit on the Villa, which I think says a lot. Like, you'd rather come together to sing about us than chant at them. I've never been an advocate for that. I don't care who we play. I'm not joining in a chant talking about another team. Where's the fun in that? Especially when the game's going on. Like, maybe I can excuse it if it's after the game. But during the game, like, sing about each other. This is why I say, you know, we are rent-free. Because we genuinely are. John says Villa 100% will win. Well, we'll see, man. I don't know. From what we've seen so far, it's up in the air. We hate Blues, true. Brummies would care if Birmingham made it to the Premier League somehow. I think the derby might die because Blues aren't coming up anytime soon, and hopefully we aren't going down anytime soon. So the only hope of playing them again is if we play them in the cup. I've heard that we've scored and I don't have the game on. Well, that's the start you want in the second half. I literally... yeah, this is a clip. I can't find the game. This is the problem when football in England isn't made available for everyone, because I have apparently missed an Aston Villa goal. And bear in mind, I have to do, you know, videos on TikTok and YouTube with goal reactions and stuff. This just doesn't really help. But apparently, I'm going to change the scoreboard. It is 1-0 to Aston Villa. And Bertrand Traore, I believe, is the goal scorer. That is back-to-back games that this man has put Villa in the lead. I feel for Forest, though, a little bit. But like I said, they didn't play too bad. Oh, thanks, Wisp. Oh my god, if this works, you're the goat. I'm going to double check. I've been watching it on Twitter, but the Twitter stream just hasn't come back online. Oh, it's... Thank you, man. It does work. I'm going to post it. My goat. Alright, I'll put it in the chat here. I'll replace the pin. I have sent you guys here, there, and everywhere. But yeah. This is it. I'm going to see the replay here. Oh, what a ball that is. To Traore. How has Traore scored from here then? Oh dear. Oh dear, Forest. Oh no. So that's horrible from Forest. Ball to Traore. He's on the byline. He tries to cut it back with the outside of his boot. And Shelvey gives it straight back to him and he scores. What is he doing, Shelvey? What is Shelvey doing? I mean, it's a dangerous ball in from Traore. But Shelby can't afford to do that. When you're in the bottom, three, when you're around the bottom three and you have to scrap for points, you cannot afford to give a goal away like that. That is shocking. That is absolutely shocking. I am absolutely baffled at that goal. I saw that it was Traore scored in my comments, and then the highlights show me him on the byline. I'm like, okay, how has he managed to score when he's on the ball here? Unbelievable. It's just like Sunday League. That is literally Sunday League defending from Forest. If Mings did that, I'd still be on a rant about it. I mean, a very dangerous crossing from Forest. Villa don't defend very well. Ashley Young makes sure this time it's a corner. The reaction from Forest, though, has been very good. I'll give him that. Why are you so bothered at... What do you mean, why am I so bothered? What? I'm not bothered. I'm very confused because they've got good defenders. They've got a good defender. I'm very confused that they've just given that to us for free. Corner comes in. I'll take it. I'm very happy. And we're definitely doing teams down the bottom like Leicester. I was talking to that Leicester fan. Doing teams like that a massive service here. Gibbs White for Forest. Oh, shots deflected. Newcastle goal. Oh, no. They always find a way, don't they? They always find a way. It is an equaliser for Newcastle. Joelinton. They made a double change at half-time, and seemingly that has done something. Yeah, also, Park calling the kettle black there, Dean. Bro says, why am I bothered? My friend, no matter what we do, you complain. I don't mind hearing this from anyone else but you. Corner kick to Newcastle, 51 gone it. Villa 1, Forest 0. Corner comes in. It's a dangerous one. Emmy can only punch. John Joe Shelby could have gone for a cross, instead goes short. Cross comes in from Neco Williams. Good header away. As Ollie Watkins actually helping defend. Would love a Newcastle Brentford draw and a Brighton Tottenham draw. I don't care if we don't go 6 today. Yeah, I mean, look, I'll take it because all these teams only gaining a point means that we could, catch them up by 2. And if that keeps happening over and over again, we will, reap the benefits of that. Forest are in the bottom 3 as things stand. As things stand, they go in the bottom 3 on goal difference. Everton climb out as they are on -20. Forest on -29. Leicester on 25 points with -12. I got to say, that is huge for Leicester. The goal difference they have is an advantage over every team but Leeds. You cannot tell me that is huge when you're down the bottom. Just knowing the fact that you can rely on that could be massive for them. Brighton score, I believe it is 1-1. Brighton did go a goal down to a Son goal in 10 minutes for Spurs. Mitoma had a goal disallowed for handball. And then Dunk scored the equaliser for them just before half-time. Mings goes long. Shelby wins it back. A bit of head tennis. It's been just a scrappy game just in general today. Oh, Buendia's lost it. Chance for Forest. Good save, Emmy. Very good save. That could have got anywhere. Danilo, I think, rushed his chance. Emmy Buendia will be disappointed that he's lost the ball there. Danilo's definitely a bit selfish there. He's definitely a little bit selfish there. Handball in the box in the Chelsea game and nothing given. Oh, dear. Well, when things aren't going your way, you need every bit of luck you can get. And when you don't, when the team against you score a screamer, and when you're not, a decision like that goes against you, that is a bit rough. That is a bit rough. Because those decisions mean so much more. the context matters. If you're winning that game 2 or 3-0, that happens. You know, in the moment you can get annoyed, but you move on. But when you're 1-0 down, your form's horrific. You can't score to save your life. You've only scored, what, 29 goals all season? You need every hope you can get. In all fairness, it was handball. The fact that VAR haven't pulled that back is criminal. I'm not surprised. Officiating is abysmal in this league. It is absolutely abysmal. I've said this for years. Watkins goes for a snapshot, which doesn't trouble the goalkeeper at all. I mean, the commentators kind of alluded to this. Watkins a few months ago doesn't do that. He doesn't try for that. Watkins has tried a spectacular volley attempt. And a non-confident Watkins doesn't do that. But because he scored lots of goals recently, he suddenly fancies himself to score a volley like that. And fair enough. Fair enough. I want to see, you know, bollocks like that. Officiating in every league is, I don't think they go through proper training. I put Watkins in this week thinking he'd fist. So I know I can blame you. Thank you. Whenever people put, you know, those players in their FPL, and you always see it, you can always look at the stats. That's when that player decides to not turn up. Brighton have scored. Brighton have scored against Spurs. Oh, no. Danny Welbeck, man like Welbs. What is it? Dat man Welbs? I always forget. Oh, no. That is a bad result for Villa. It's funny, though. Well, I mean, it is bad. But then we're only 3 behind Tottenham. So it's not like the end of the world bad. Either way, there's going to be points drop for one of the teams above us. So it's not the end of the world. But apparently it is a goal for Brighton. And Traore goes for a shot that is blocked in the Villa game. Traore's rushed that shot massively. McGinn into Mings, 56 on the clock here. I'm 2 minutes behind the actual game. It is Villa 1. Nottingham Forest 0. Goal from Bertrand Traore early in this second half is the difference today. In this pretty dire game of football, in truth. Buendia is fouled. Free kick to Villa. Come on. Like I said, I don't have to keep saying this, but only the Villa game. I'm only going to ask this. Please, no one ruin it. I always get like 1 or 2 comments. Sometimes I don't, to be fair. I actually, you know, I get to enjoy a goal and my chat doesn't spoil it. What I do now, usually in games where I have to watch on a delay, I don't read my chat on big moments because I don't want to glance and see it. Like the game against Leicester, we did a quick transition when we got the ball. I just had a feeling, you never know, we could hit them on the break. The game's late. I didn't want to look at my chat, and I'm glad I didn't because I'd have ruined the goal. So I have moments like that where I just ignore my chat just for a little bit, and I you know, there will be people who get excited, but I just wish people wait for my reaction. But it'll never happen. I'll always say it every time, but it'll never happen. It went to VAR, by the way. The goal will not stand. That is another goal VAR disallows, as Danny Welbeck apparently handled. Or there was a handball in the build-up. Goal Newcastle. Oh, no. Oh, no. Newcastle have turned it around in London. Oh, dear. How you doing, Sean? He said, even though I've been working, how have we played? I'm going to be honest. It has been a pretty flat game. The first half, neither side really did anything of note. They struggled. Both teams struggled to create any clear-cut chances. Forest had a low block, which we struggled to break down. And then a disastrous mistake from John Joe Shelvey put us 1-0 up. Oh, that's another mistake. And Villa could be on the break here as well. Watkins just doesn't pick his pass, though. Oh, my God. It was a 4-on-3. Oh, so Williams lost the ball on the touchline. And you just think maybe there's a chance there. And it's the decision-making. Oh, the decision-making is rough. Yeah, Flash Score says handball, but it was offside. Okay, fair enough. Thank you for that. I can't rely on Flash Score, can I? Konza intercepts a through ball. Villa get it back with Luiz. So yeah, just to sum up that question though, we've not been great, but we've done the basics and we lead. And that's all that matters. It's not been a very convincing game of football. To describe the goal was quite funny. Traore on the byline cuts it back with the outside of his boot. And it's just like ping pong defending from Forest. Not two players get to the ball. It was Shelby, the last one, to try and clear it, and he just passes it straight back to Traore, who scores with his first touch. Like, it's Sunday League level. You have to see it to believe it, almost. Pathetic from a team that you need to fight. Bear in mind, they're in the bottom three now. That goal has put them in the bottom three. It's baffling, really. That West Ham goal is, the fact that West Ham and Wolves are winning, and Bournemouth, means that any points drop now for other teams involved is rough. So Leicester and Forest really feeling their defeat so far this afternoon. Half an hour to go. And it is still 1-0 to Aston Villa. As things stand, Traore would have won 6 points in the space of a few days for Villa with 2 winning goals. We are goal difference behind Brighton, but they have 2 games in hand, and we are 4 points behind Tottenham Hotspurs. Newcastle go up to 3rd with a win on goal difference ahead of Man United. Cross comes in for Newcastle. Cross comes in for Forest on the right, and they get a corner. Alex Moreno doing very well to defend. Don't say that, Wisp, because we'll continue. There is a manager fight against Brighton. Oh, dear. Handbags in the Spurs game. I can't believe the Fulham score. I know Fulham are without Mitrovic, but their season is starting to capitulate a little bit. They started so well, and you kind of, you look at their games and you think, well, they're probably lucky enough to get the points they have. Corner comes in. Watkins there to defend. It's looping in the sky, and Emi will pluck it out and ensure the defence once more. He complains that his defender's a little bit Emi. He bowls it out. Good throw, actually, to Ashley Young. Young hammers it long. That's a good pick out towards Ollie Watkins. Villa play route 1. Watkins in the box. Tries to go on his left foot, and it's a simple tackle for Felipe in the end. And then Felipe just dribbles the ball past Traore as comfortable as you like. I mean, sometimes playing route 1, playing the Deutsch way, isn't a bad idea. We transition with a throw from the right. Young just pings a long ball to Watkins. He tries to take it on his left foot, and he slips as he does so. Oh, Moreno, well done, son. Well done, Moreno. Moreno and Williams having head-to-head, and a corner has been given, which the Villa fans disagree with, including myself. It looked like it ricocheted back off Williams, but it will be a Nottingham Forest corner. I'm not happy with that. 3-1 Newcastle. Oh dear. The Brentford collapse is upon us. Brentford, who started this season very well, they'd only lost 4 games for a long time. And now, I mean, losing to Man United midweek is not great. I know United have been very good at Old Trafford, to be fair. They've won again today at Old Trafford. But surprising to see this collapse. It is, though. It's the same teams, Brentford and Fulham, who've done incredibly well this season, are having their fall-off session together. Navas slips as he takes a very long kick forward. Luiz, he tries to go long, and it goes straight back to the PSG goalkeeper. .63 on the clock, at least in my game. It's Aston Villa 1, Nottingham Forest 0. I am on a 2-minute delay. So if you do find out the score of this game, please do keep it to yourself. Until you see me react, then feel free to say what you want. 42 of you in the live stream, guys. Please do hit that like button if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. We've had a lot of people today from lots of different clubs, and I appreciate all your support altogether. Cross comes in from Williams, and Ashley Young has had to do very well to stop that reaching Danilo at the back post. Gammon, the Toon fan, is very happy as he finds out Newcastle are winning 3-1. That's a huge result for Newcastle, especially after a first half like that where they go a goal down, a goal's ruled out for Brentford, they miss a penalty. Another day they lose that. Jerome Villa, I did miss your comment earlier. I apologise. He says, big game next week against Newcastle. Yeah, I know I keep saying it, but I'm just going to make sure because people come and go in this live stream. I am at the Villa Newcastle game. I've got tickets for that. So do not expect a live stream. I will be doing a vlog on the channel. It'll be my third one, I believe. I did one for Palace and Chelsea. So I'm going to do one for Villa versus Newcastle. What a game that is. What a game that is. I can't wait. Villa in this game against Forest, the first changes for them have been made. Mangala has come on for Shelvey, and Iwanyi has gone on for Worrell. Now, Iwanyi has scored some decent goals for Forest. Scored some important goals. Their first win this season was an Iwanyi goal. So the goal's ruled out. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that, Gypsy Lad and Wisp. The Newcastle goal will not stand. So that game is still under huge contention. How you doing, Footsie Edits? He says hi. What's good, my friend? The subs, though, for Newcastle are very positive. They're very positive. Iwanyi, he's a physical lad. He could cause us problems. He's not, I wouldn't say he's the quickest, but he's a handful. He's an out-and-out forward. That's the first thing I will say. They didn't have an out-and-out forward today, and you can kind of tell. I would not recommend a team, bottom half of the table, to play, a false nine. Or to play, even if you play someone who's not a striker in a striker's position as an out-and-out forward, it doesn't usually go well. I'd only recommend teams who are incredibly strong at the back and can pass teams to death. So teams like Arsenal and Manchester City, I think, can get away with it. If you have a strong midfield, obviously City have De Bruyne, so they got away with it last year and they played an incredible football. Arsenal's midfield is usually pretty good. I think they could probably get away with a false nine. They played with Nketiah up front, which is almost like a false nine. Some shade there for Nketiah. Here's Moreno in the box. Gets the byline, pulls it back. But Emi Buendia stabs it towards the near post, and it's about a foot wide. It is about a foot wide of the post. Well, that's so unlucky. Cross came in. Buendia stabs at it. That's frustrating. Could have gone anywhere. Ollie Watkins trying to get in the way. So not get in the way. Trying to not get in the way of the goal. I don't think he is helped too much there. AJ Villa have only one team left to play, which is Wolves in the bottom half of the table. Yeah, we have a lot of tough games, guys. We have a lot of tough games. But I keep saying this, we do well against the top teams. It's the low block teams we struggle. So, I'm going to look at the positives there. Big game for Newcastle, but Brentford's still in it. They are still in it, but you do worry. You do worry for Brentford with the form they're on. Same with Fulham. They can fall away. It's very easy to fall away. Conser for Villa, back to Mings. 68 on the clock here. Villa 1. Nottingham Forest 0. The goal from Traore separates the two sides. Forest pressing quite high here. Emi has Mings short. Clips it diagonally. Good pick out actually to Moreno. Villa trying to just allow Forest to come forward. This is the good thing when teams have to chase. You can't be a low block anymore when you have to go and get a result. So we can draw them onto us. And then ping that long ball, which is exactly what we've done here, towards Watkins. And the offside flag has gone up instead. I don't know why HC Juice has said that. My prediction for Villa Forest game is 2-1. Villa late winner. Well, I don't see where another 2 goals are going to come from this game because there's been so little. The only reason why we've scored was from an individual mistake from Shelvey. Back pass to Navas was risky. And he had to rush his clearance and give the ball away in doing so. But Forest, to their credit, do earn the second ball. and keep possession and play a decent ball down the line, which Mings has to do incredibly well to intercept. Forest get a throw in on the halfway line. That could have gone horribly wrong for Forest, and they ended up dealing with that probably the best they could. Very, very difficult end to this game. What do you mean it's going to be 1-1? I jinxed Mings. You did jinx Mings. I am worried. These games I watching Sunday kick around. It's like watching two teams who have nothing to play for, which is, well, ironically, the exact opposite. Forest have to play literally for the Premier League survival, and we have Europe to fight for. But, Buendia with a disgusting nutmeg. You love to see that. Under pressure, Buendia with 2 men on him, rolls the ball through the legs. Ramsey's lost it. Forest on the break. Long shot. Whoa, dear. Danilo. That one doesn't go in your compilation, my friend. Where does this end up? Oh dear. He screws it wide. Gypsy Lad says still 1-0 Villa. It is true. It's not a goal. There hasn't been a goal yet. Got me scanning Google. Yeah, guys, please do not. Even if you find out that that there has been an equaliser in the game, please just don't say anything in case I read it. I'd rather have like a pure reaction to the goal than just me reading, oh yeah, Villa scored, oh that's the goal. Or Forest are level, and they've scored this way, oh that's interesting. Like I'd rather have like the most natural reaction to it. Which is why I said I'm going to try in moments where I think that something could happen. I've refused to read chat for a good minute. Which is, it's a shame because people may have questions or may want to say something for me to read, but for like that minute or two, I physically, unless I want to ruin a potential goal, I can't look. Villa get a free kick on the halfway line. I did miss the Villa goal. In that case, it didn't really matter because I wasn't watching the game. I didn't really care too much because I literally would have missed it anyway. Because by the time I actually found the stream, the goal already happened. So I didn't really care in that regard. But I wasn't, because I wasn't watching the game. But if I was, I probably would have been a little bit annoyed. But so from a Villa perspective, it was decent. But it was from an individual mistake from Shelvey. As Shelvey literally gave him the ball inside the 6-yard box. So probably not great from a Forest point of view. We've created very little in this game. It's been difficult for most of it because Forest played a load block. Really trying to take the football away from us almost, because every time we'd find ourselves in a bit of space, it'd be like a dirty tackle. I think back to a slice on Ramsey and Moreno, 2 individual moments where you think we could hit them on the break and they hack us down. Forest have just come here to kind of unsettle us a little bit, and it did work. Up until the individual mistake, it did work. And their fans at halftime were very positive and we were very negative. Mings with a very good interception. He's completely alone, Mings. He tries to be a winger. And he takes a very heavy touch and gives the ball away for a throw-in. And he also very cleverly ticks the time down a little bit by allowing... He allowed himself to come back into his position and then he gave the ball back to Forest, which is quite clever. Because if he gave it straight away, he's out of position. They play the throw-in fast. Could be in trouble. So I like that. It's clever. Very clever. Very, very clever. Throw into Villa on the halfway line. Not too long to go. Villa 1, Forest 0 is the score. We've had, fascinating games in the Premier League. Obviously, it's only the Premier League that are playing today, and then the 7th tier of English football and lower, as the Championship, the rest of the EFL, and the National League all played yesterday. Brentford 1, Newcastle 2. That game has been incredibly eventful, with goals being ruled out for both teams. Brentford missing and scoring a penalty. Yeah, that game has had swings left, right, and centre. Wolves beating Chelsea from a Nunes wonder goal. As Chelsea's problems mount. It is funny as he didn't start today. Fulham losing to West Ham. There's quite an early goal in that game. Nothing has happened since, it seems. And yeah, the other game I couldn't fit on the screen was Tottenham against Brighton, which is 1-1. Forest on the break. Oh, Young has slipped, but Konsa, I mean, that is what you want to see. Ashley Young slipped as he went for a tackle, and Konsa understood the assignment very quickly. That's really good defending. Really intelligent defending. Young went to ground. I think he went to ground a bit earlier than what he wanted because it looked like his foot gave way. And Konsa understood straight away he needed to help him. And he makes a really good, strong tackle. Very, very good. Dendonka's going to come on for Villa as well. AJ, do you see my comment about Brighton Spurs manager getting red? I did not. I saw one person said there was like handbags between the two managers. I didn't realise. Yeah, red card. De Sherby and Stellini both getting reds. Well, I can't wait to see on Twitter what all that was about. And Mount should go to Bayern. Mount wouldn't get what and be what the kit man and be a ball boy. What would he be doing at Bayern? Because he won't be playing football. So as far as I'm aware, for the Newcastle game, I'm in the North Stand, at the front, near the away fans. As far as I'm aware, I still haven't seen the ticket yet, but I think that was described to me what the seats were. Basically, my friend got them for me. Because I'm going with him. And yeah, I think that's what he told me. So yeah, I've gone. I think most of the games I've ever gone to at Villa Park have been at the North Stand. Because when I used to go with my dad, that was where he used to go. And 1 year, oh, brilliant from Emi Martinez. I had to cut myself short as Forrest played a through ball down the middle, splitting Villa's defence. In 1 year got there. Well, he would have got there if it weren't for the fact Martinez raced off his line to intercept the ball. That's incredible from Emi. That was prime Manuel Neuer. And in 1 year, again, this time is offside from a long ball. This is the problem. When you play teams who try and hit you fast on the break, with substitute, like in 1 year, he's strong. He's got a little bit of pace to him. Mings and Konsa, I gotta say. That ball went right through him. Right through the middle of him. And if it weren't for the fact Emi read that, we would have been in huge trouble. Very good goalkeeping from Martinez. That needs to not be understated. It's very intelligent. We've seen intelligent defending from Konsa a few minutes ago. Understanding Young. Well, the winger got the better of Young and contact to help him. And then we've just seen Martinez intercept a through ball that was destined for a 1 year. Mings has given the ball away under pressure. Villa, are we creaking a little bit? Would you say that we are starting to make a few cracks in this performance? Oh, to be fair though, McGinn has done phenomenally well. Played the ball to Watkins. Is he onside? Watkins, well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because his dribbling wasn't the best there. Yeah, he was miles offside anyway because it doesn't matter. Niakate kept up with him, muscled him off the ball. Another long ball and a foul given on it. 1 year's causes problems. You've got a question. Look, I'm not a Forest fan. I'm not going to claim to know more about Forest than Steve Cooper or any Forest fan that might be in the live stream. But why did a 1 year not start? He has caused us so many problems since he's been on. He's been so physical with our backline. I'm confused to see them start with a false nine and then have this, to be honest. Andre Ayew is coming on. His younger brother used to play for Aston Villa when we got relegated. In Jordan Ayew, I think, is our top goal scorer that year. Dendonka did come on. I forgot to see. I think he came on for Dougie Luiz, but I might be wrong. Because I still see John McGinn out there. I still see Buendia out there. Oh, no, wait. Buendia did come off. I thought I saw Buendia. Never mind. I'm chatting a load of shite. Because apparently Buendia did come off for Dendonka. Oh, Felipe has done really well there, actually. And he's won Forest a throw. Probably one of the better players for Forest today. You very hardly see defenders get given credit for their defensive duties, just in general. When you talk about a team's best player on the day, especially in a game that they lose. But you do struggle to pick a top player for Forest today. And Felipe, I think without him, I think they could have been in a lot more trouble. About Matt, it's true, but he would do better in the Bundesliga. Their standards have dropped over the years. I mean, you can definitely afford like what do they call it? You can afford to have like a showman type player in the Bundesliga. Like a bit similar to what Jadon Sancho offered at Dortmund, because the teams down the bottom, they don't really cause a lot of problems. In the Premier League, anyone can beat anyone, but you don't often see that in a lot of the other top flight teams in Europe. Goal for Spurs. Well, I'm very surprised with that. With 10 minutes to go in that game, it is 2-1 to Tottenham, and well, England's number 9, Harry Kane, has a score for Spurs. Probably the only reliable Tottenham player, to be quite honest. We go 6th if Spurs win. I don't think so. I will double check that. Oh, we do. Oh my God, we actually do. Because the last time I looked at this, it was when Brighton were level, weren't it? Well, there's no point today where we've been ahead and Brighton have been losing. Oh my God. We go 6th today with a win. I mean, massive, asterisk of Brighton have 2 games in hand. I think we do need to remember that. So they could potentially, they could still get 52 points. If they win those games. So you never know. But it's good to say in the meantime that we do go 6th. Brighton robbed 2 disallowed goals, which shouldn't have been a clip. The shithouse from Spurs. Guys, I think the most today, 52 of you in the live stream as this game is drawing to a close. I'd appreciate all the support you can give on the channel. I will not be live for Villa versus Newcastle next week as I'm at the game. So I appreciate all the support you can give me this week. And if you can look out for the vlog, it'll be great. I think I'll be able to post it by the evening. The only problem is, as soon as the game finishes, I'm literally going to be out with friends. So I don't have a lot of time to edit, but the game should be posted in the evening, hopefully, because it's like an earlier kickoff. But yeah, just look on the day, Villa versus Newcastle. Hopefully a positive result in that game will happen. Hannah says, gotta finish these last 8 minutes. It's a long time in football. Anything can happen. Changes can make all the difference. There is a stoppage right now. On a Forest player. I didn't actually see what the problem was. Is it Niakate having the issue? It is. I don't know he looks fine to me, but the physios are around him. Don't know yet. Forest could easily grab a goal. Like I said, football changes. Football can just change and change and change. Small things can happen in games that affect the scoreline. Affects everything. You never know. I did forget about that. Whenever Ashley's been in the live stream, we do win. And the only reason I remember that is because it's just funny to me, because it keeps happening. And it's happened, hopefully, again. Chats for Villa as Ramsey goes down. The referee has said Ramsey was fairly tackled. It wasn't in the box anyway. But I'm going to see the replay on that. Does Felipe get the ball there? I need to see the replay from the other angle here. Oh, Felipe, what a tackle. What a tackle from Felipe. Like I said to you only a few minutes ago, Felipe has easily been their best player today. Easily been their best player. Yeah, Ashley is the lucky charm. Kane in FPL. I mean, he's Mr. Reliable. I've always said that. All right, man of the match today, guys. Who would you give it to? Who'd you give it to? You could be super boring and say Traore because he scored our only clear-cut chance of the game. And he offers more. He offered more than Bailey within like. I know Bailey played 25 minutes. I think within 10, 15, he offered more. I'd rather give it to Konsa, to be honest. I think defensively we've been solid. Like I said, defenders don't often get the credit they deserve. You could also give it to Moreno. I think Moreno's done incredibly well, actually, in his battles against Williams, especially. I think Moreno and Konsa are probably the best here, and Traore if you want to be boring. If you lose to Newcastle, it's your fault. You're not. I mean, that's true. You could also say that, Ashley. You could also say that. I mean, we are, yeah. Jack says, we're sixth. Come on, Unai underrated. I mean, Unai has just transitioned this team. If you can play badly and win, it says, an awful lot in the sport. There are games like this under Gerrard and even Dean Smith, if we want to go there, where we've played just as good as this and not won. But it comes down to management. It comes down to, mentality. And the last two games of Villa have not been like 8 out of 10 performances, have they? Leicester was like a 6.5 or 7. Today it's definitely been a 6 out of 10 performance. But we've done hopefully just enough to win. AJ, what would you rather, Europa or Conference League? I'd rather the Europa League, but Conference League would be a good opportunity. Well, saying that, Europa Conference would be a good way back into Europe, wouldn't it? I wouldn't mind. You want to finish as high as possible, but I'd take 7th all day. We haven't been in Europe in a long time. It would be like a cushion way back in, wouldn't it? Niakate has sliced the ball out of play and Villa get a throw-in. Any Derby fan, I know there's at least one watching, he's seeing this performance from Forest. They'll be very happy. Because as much as, I would positively say in the first half they got under our skin, they caused us problems, at least, stopping us from playing football, that's all they've done. Because they've not done anything else other than that. They've not threatened us all day. That long shot from, who was it? Danilo? That was a simple save for Martinez. That's it. That's all they've done today. Maybe a couple crosses that Emmy's had to catch. It's been as simple as that. Forest get battered everywhere. Oh, Doggy Louise. What was that? Dendonka into Louise, and Louise just lets the ball slip past his boot. That looked like a very tired Louise right there. Jack said, just watching the live tweets regarding the game. Forest fans are mentally. I mean, like I said, Iwanyi has come on and done more for them than most of their attacking players. He's offered something. Gibbs White did nothing when he was on, but that's what happens when you play like a false 9 or a player out of position as a striker. Like, it's hard for me to tell because it looks like the same thing. It's someone who looks uncomfortable in that position. Another long ball. Iwanyi, there's no flag. Iwanyi on an angle has a great chance for Forest. And he's now tried to hold the ball up. Oh, dear. I'm sorry, you've got to be more direct than that, Iwanyi, man. And that pass from Mangala. Oh, my God. Oh, no. Well, that has summed up. I like to sum up games in one sequence, and that has summed up Forest. Decent start, lovely long ball into Iwanyi, and then he just decides to hold the ball up rather than, go for a little bit more risky. The ball is eventually played back to Mangala, who just puts the ball out of play under no pressure. That was, the attack derailed so fast. So unbelievably fast there. I know he's on an angle here, Iwanyi, but I mean, look, maybe I'm just completely clueless, right? Because I've never played anywhere near, obviously, the level of these lot. The most I ever did was play for my sixth form team. I just think, why not have a go? You're on an angle. You're probably not gonna score, but be super direct. You're a Premier League striker. You've scored goals. You might get lucky. You hit it well enough, further, If you hit it cleanly in the corner, you might score. I just think that idea was better than hold it up and hope for the best. Because Villa flooded the box back super fast and they didn't really adapt to that at all. So you might as well try something like special. Maybe they get a corner, or you never know, if you hit it well enough, you get a goal. Mangala fouls McGinn, and that will be a very clear booking for him. McGinn is rolling around on the floor. Crunching challenge. Forest used all their subs. They did they? I'm going to check that. I know they used a lot of them. Can I say neither? Because I don't think either have really offered. I mean, Dean Smith got Villa promoted, but then he took us as far as he could. And that's kind of it. Gerrard offered us, oh my God, another horrific tackle, by the way. This time from Felipe on McGinn. McGinn has been kicked to pieces here. Forest, yeah, they got another one. Oh, actually, no, they don't. The rule is, actually, that's spot on. The rule is you can only make subs at three different, what's the word? Intervals. So you can make up to 5, but you have to make them in 3 intervals. That's a rule. They've already had them. 32nd minute, 65th minute, 78th minute, so they actually can't make another sub now. So good ball knowledge, whoever that was, when they said they think they didn't have any more subs. Very clever. Because straight away I looked at that and thought, well, actually they do have. They got 5. But then I remembered that. Oh my God, another bad tackle. Toffolo this time should be booked. Yeah, Forest have they've lost their heads a little bit here. They've kicked Villa to pieces. McGinn is tough as a nut. If that was Chambers, he's on the floor. Hey, dude, no, it's the tape out. Long time no here. Can give a shout out to my boys. Dara Sid. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is quite funny. That'd be great. Well, a shout out to you and anyone else. Well, shout out to you, Dara Sid. I mean, I'm probably butchering some of these Irish names, but I hope you lot are all right. To be fair, though, I think of Cillian. I think of that geezer from Peaky Blinders. And my headset has actually ran out of battery, so I'm going to be without it for the next 3 minutes. It shouldn't make a difference anyway. Just a few minutes to go here. Villa 1, Forest 0. 4 minutes of added time was shown. I am 2 minutes behind, so I'm going to probably wait until I see the full... If I see the overlay there tick over and it says full time, I'm probably just going to end the stream here because I can't imagine Forest are going to get too many more chances. Forest are a Mardy club. We could actually be playing football in the same league next season. I mean, that would be funny. Because I have seen... a lot of shade being thrown from Forest fans saying, oh, you're League One. But, you know, football moves fast. And in a blink of an eye, you're back from being 2 leagues above to being level again. The league table needs to be updated, and I'll do that after the game finishes today. But we do move up to 6th as things stand. Other games have finished, including Newcastle beating Brentford, Wolves beating Chelsea, West Ham beating Fulham is massive. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm not going to read chat because I don't like that. Long ball from Young, and that will be a goal kick to Nottingham Forest. I refuse to read my chat because of that. I'm literally not looking at my chat at all now until the end of this game. Navas, right-footed, digs a long ball out. Won by Traore. Ayu's getting... Oh, silly from again. Silly free kick to give away. Well, Keylor Navas is going to take this. They've got a minute to go. Navas will take this free kick. And every Forest player is going forward it. Navas drills it. Traore back to Emi Martinez. He hammers it long. Looking for McGinn. It's found Watkins. Oh, Watkins tried to flick that through, and you just think maybe that would have been a second goal. Louise, that's a good ball to Moreno. 30 seconds on the clock. 30 seconds on the clock. Louise on the byline. Pulls it back. Brilliant pull back. And then Jacob Ramsey with such a heavy touch, man. Cancer, you've stressed me out. You've stressed me out. I can't lie. Another long ball forward. Traore, that's a good spin. He finds Watkins. Lots of room. He has so many options. Watkins. Ramsey. Watkins. Maybe. Yes! Watkins seals it with a second goal. Oh my God, my heart. When Watkins turned there, he had so many options and it just seemed like forever when he played that pass. The ball ended up coming straight back to him and he finishes it past Keylor Navas to make it 2-0 Villa. And that is surely all 3 points for Aston Villa. And I just see the overlay flick over to say full time. I think that is game over with the second goal for Aston Villa. Well, that is perfect. What a way to end the game. Well, that could actually be the last kick of the game because I'm 2 minutes behind. But Villa with 2-0 advantage against Nottingham Forest. That's brilliant from Watkins. That is absolutely brilliant from Ollie Watkins. Incredible first touch, by the way, to take it past one defender. And then, man, he has barely any time to finish that past Keylor Navas. But he does just enough to make it 2-0 to Aston Villa. Our winning form just keeps on continuing and continuing. This is unbelievable. We didn't even play that well today. We genuinely didn't play that well today. But we did enough. We did the basics. We defended like Titans. And yet it was the final kick of the game. I've just seen it. It was literally the last kick of the game. Incredible. Incredible. The best way to tell if your management and your football club are in a great spot is when you're playing not that great and winning. Like Leicester, we weren't amazing. We won. Today, we weren't amazing and we have won. The win streak from Villa is flying. It's absolutely flying. I think you guys can see that. I'm going to double check that is the new and improved table. The Brighton-Tottenham game is still ongoing. It's in the 96th minute. And it is currently 2-1 to Tottenham, which will mean Spurs are 6 points ahead of Aston Villa in 5th. Villa are 6th in the table. Watkins is saying FPL. Sorry, I get to read my chat now. I literally stopped as soon as I read because I got worried about an equaliser. So I just refused to read chat. Wow. Well, I am shocked. I am shocked. Ollie Watkins, he's just on fire, isn't he? Incredible. Our goal difference is actually finally 0. I know above 0. Yeah, it's 41 scored, 40 conceded. We have a positive goal difference now. A positive goal difference. And anyone who had Watkins in your FPL has been saved right at the death. Unai Emery well and truly is the GOAT. I don't want to hear it. I said this in my TikTok. I'm going to say it now. Emery for manager of the season, right? I don't care if people say this is bias. The transition from Villa under Gerrard to now is night and day. We were in a relegation battle under Gerrard, losing to teams like Bournemouth, and now we're fighting for Europe. I'm just saying, he at least should be in the nomination for it. It will probably be Arteta if Arsenal win the league. But especially if Arsenal bottle it, 100%, 100,000% should be Unai Emery. Because there's no way we do any of this with any of the other managers that we had in the shortlist that we approached. None of them would do what we've done here. Unai Emery has been a godsend. Thank you all for being here. The final time I'm going to say this. I won't be live for Villa Newcastle. I will be at the game, so expect a vlog sometime Saturday evening. I can't wait for that game. It's going to be amazing. Thank you all for being here. You've all been incredible. Please do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Enjoy your weekend, guys. I really am. I'm starting to lose my voice. You guys have been amazing. Thank you for watching. See you again very soon. Up the Villa. I can't wait. This season, I